Prince Vegeta, out of the box. We should have loved you. I was so ready to. Okay, I'm kidding. There's a lot to love about this figure, but there are some very noticeable detractors. Let's go ahead and talk about them today. Back at it again. Oh God, that was the worst Vegeta impression to start your day off. Back at it again, baby. Yes, what? It's up, everybody. Hello, my name is LeCompton. I'm losing my mind. I'm so excited for like my very favorite character and my very first Dragon Ball Z character when I was a kid. Not this one, but like this model, this form. So today we have SH Figuarts Power Level 24,000 Prince Vegeta of the Saiyans. All right, just calm down real quick. Okay, looking amazing in the box. I'm not livid, I'm the opposite of livid, okay? So excited. So I did want to let you know, no bootlegs of this as of July 11th. But in the future, you want to look for the Toei Animations, Dragon Ball Z, Bandai Toy Collector Shop, and the Tamashii Nations quality sticker seal of approval, just to let you know what bootlegs are and what official is. Product shots looking nice on the front, product shots looking good on the side, and then on this, great, love it so much. Just this Vegeta is peak Vegeta. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. There's the bottom and there's the top, just showing everything that Vegeta can do. So I'm just gonna gush. So let's just go ahead and get him out of the box. And there is Vegeta out of the box. Looks like he's coming with not a lot. And I did want to let you know that I got him for $70 off of Hobby Genkai. That is shipping included, $71 to be exact. I think it's like 82 cents. So if you're wondering, as far as like, and this is not a trash compliment, P Bandai and US retailers compared to Japanese retailers, I would say you know what the obvious answer is. $71 for shipping and everything. I believe with P Bandai this was $65 to $70. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Without shipping. So you do the math. I'm not good at numbers, but I'm pretty sure you are. 3 interchangeable face plates. You've got the really, it's the cross arms, but I'm noticing a huge difference with the cross arms, and that is it's got ball pegs instead of put the stupid things in the biceps there. You've got 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, of course, with the scouter. I have seen something online to where this earpiece comes off and does things. So did we get a Bardock ear? Is it gonna look a little off on all the faces? I'm excited to know. I don't think this Vegeta can do anything wrong, but I am open to being proven wrong. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. All right, for articulation, Vegeta can look up, oh my goodness, look up that much, which is great. I am noticing like there is a gap in the lower neck piece, and I have seen online that some people have problems with that. I don't know if it comes out easily or not, but so he can look up about that much, can look down. What is that? Okay, look down about that much, and I would say the chin is stopping it, so you're not really gonna get too much right there. Amazing head tilt on that side, amazing head tilt on that side. Do a full, like, yeah, that neck is a little bit of a problem. But as far as the, like, you could do like a yoga, and then, oh, that is weird. You are very low, Mr. Neck. Okay. Which is gonna we're just gonna ignore it and move on. Okay. The biggest thing I have noticed on this figure so far is the shoulder pads. And at first I was like, okay, shoulder pads, what are you gonna do different, huh? That's what they're doing different. You see how like they're coming up like the old school, actually, I could say it or I could show you. All right, so the old Vegeta armor like went up straight, and I could see the battle for both of them. Yes, this does not hinder any type of thing, but it does look weird. The other one doesn't hinder. It can go all the way up like that, just like the other one, but it almost looks like more natural, more realistic when you're looking at it from a different angle there compared to this one. Like, oh, what are you doing over there, huh? What's that? So I do like the improvement. It is a little different, but as far as like the movement, you're going to get the ball joint that's gonna let it come down all the way right there, which is kind of scary, honestly. And then you're gonna be able to bring it up, not much. So it's got more of the move it back sort of thing right there. Now, as far as like moving the shoulders, you're gonna get a T-pose like that, and looks pretty standard. I wouldn't say any problems there. As far as the bicep swivel, you're gonna have that, and then regular just double jointed arms with the ball joint within the wrist. You're gonna have some good glove flexion right here, because I have had problems with the gloves lately. So that's good. We do like to see that. Now, as far as the ab crunch goes, he almost looks bulkier. Yes, he got stronger between Saiyan versus Frieza Saga, but like that much bulkier and almost like a little bit more stocky. So yeah, he's got some muscles there. So we're gonna put that other Vegeta away until we need more comparisons there. So as far as the ab crunch, you're not gonna get too much. Does he have the... No, he doesn't. Okay, so some of the figures like Krillin and maybe Saiyan Armor Gohan, you could kind of like pull them up and then do an ab crunch. This one, you're not able to do that. So I did want to point that out. It's got a limbo style, which is nothing. A tilt, which you go like that and like that. So it's pretty limited on the articulation for the ab crunch there. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Can kick up without, make points, his leg coming off, so that is fantastic. We do love to see that. Does have the thigh cut right there. He's got the double jointed knees, got a good flexion right there. The boots look improved and they're going down. I know sometimes the booted figures do have problems like pointing down, and then are you going to point up? Not much. And toe pivot. Oh, toe pivot looks a little... Is that, oh no, toe pivot action, just not good. And the other thing we didn't really show off was this, I guess you would say, limited? Yeah, limited split, and that is attributed to the 2.0 body, or lower body, I would say. So, some noticeable improvements, some noticeable detractors. Overall, I don't think it's terrible. I am going to like really weigh it in when we start getting into really big poses. But so far, not too bad, but it could have been better a little bit. I swear, guys, excitement is going to be my downfall as a creator. We did not show off the butterfly joint, and it's a little interesting. And interesting in a not great way. That's what you're gonna get on the butterfly joint as far as like a crossover, and it is not going to really lend itself to really any type of extended action there. So, and I think that's because of this sharp piece on the armor there. So that's really, okay, so if you raise it up over that sharp piece, you're going to get a good crossover. So, but it is still a little awkward, a little weird that you do have to do that, and that piece right there that is so static for this figure is stopping the movement there. So that is something that we did need to take into account as well. So yeah, I know, excitement ruined the whole thing. All right, full paint, apps, and sculpting. So it's interesting because I see some improvements. That blue is popping, it's big, it's loud. The armor almost has like a little bit of a gray tinge to it compared to if you look at that one's like actually white. The sculpting on it is miles better as far as like what you can see, like the ab pieces and the shoulder pieces, so you can definitely see that. But that blue is it's very royal blue. I'm not gonna go too much on the sculpting as far as like the arms and legs go, but I did want to point out the same thing can be said back here. Looks really good, very defined. The rest of it, I don't see any type of shading whatsoever. It's pretty standard blue compared to, let's say it real quick, this, yeah, blue, but guess what? Oh ho ho, naughty, there's some crotch shading there. So I guess, you know, less shading on this one, and also the gloves are a little bit gray, which is, you know, it's a choice. I think I like the choice, but it's still a choice. So, oh no, he can't read power levels. Never mind, he doesn't need that. So, as far as paint apps and sculpting, I see improvements. There's some stuff that I'm like, okay, you missed the crotch shading. What gives, Tamashii? All right, full accessories. As you can see, the Scouters have changed. And obviously the new Scouter is taller, probably just because the head seems taller in general, and it's also to fit the actual ear. But everything else looks basically the same. You get the red button that seems a little bit smaller on the, ooh, look at that glare on the new Scouter. Oh, that is almost like it's got a sculpting of a button there. I do like that. That's a good improvement. Anyways, not to go super crazy into a comparison, but I'm gonna take that Scouter off and really analyze this. Okay, so this face looks pretty good. I'm not really a big fan of the mouth there, but as far as the lining around the eyes, like some would say it's overdone. I think it's pretty damn good. The forehead wrinkles, all of it. You got that tiny, Jesus Christ, tiny ass Morty mouth. Eyebrows look good. We are kind of getting away from the anime eyebrows compared to like yesteryear. See how those were more defined? These are really starting to get in there. Also, that ear is huge, but you know, we already said that. As far as the hair goes, I did want to cover that as well. The sculpting looks better. It's got more hair lines on it compared to old Scouter Vegeta. The old Scouter Vegeta was pretty smooth, and like we've been getting that Vegeta sculpt for so long, so I'm happy to see that we've got a different Vegeta hair sculpt finally. And then there it is on the back as well, very sharp still, so please be advised. All right, so obviously we know this character, or this figure, is going to live, die, and breathe by the accessories, and I'm happy to report that's true. Look at the mouth. Look at it. It's a little bit asymmetrical, but ooh, the definition that you can see. The teeth look really good. The pupils are just tiny and beady. No anime eyebrows, and then the small, like, I don't even want to call that a Morty mouth anymore because it's so compact. So is it time for us to retire the term Morty mouth? I don't know. We'll see. But lining around the eyes looks really good as well. So all right, Smirky Vegeta, and ooh, it looks good. We didn't attach the ears. Please just avoid being Van Gogh triggered. As far as the mouth goes, it looks pretty good looking at that one. That one's got a little bit more of a smirk look to it compared to this one. But this one's like, I feel like it's capturing Namek Vegeta's character a little bit more. Lining around the eyes looks really good. We're not gonna say the word anymore. And then eyebrows, all of it, great. Love it. Saving the best for last. This Vegeta, it looks so good. This is what I've been asking for, Tamashii Nations. Give me those over exaggerated anime faces. Don't give me a ah or anything. Give me like a snake with blush looking at that jaw. Look at it. The teeth are individual. Holy fucking Okay, teeth look really good. Depth in the mouth looks great. Tongue looks great. You can see a little bit of a little anime vein pop right there. We love that. The sculpt, ooh, do you see the sculpting right there when I put my finger there? Looks really good. Lining around the eyes looks great. Asymmetrical eyes, and then also that check mark for an eyebrow. God, all right, if you're not putting this Vegeta face on your display, what are you doing? It's like the animated version of the Cartoon Network show called Oblongs.
Hi, Dad. Just thought I'd get some sawing in before breakfast.
This is the biggest difference that I wanted to show you as far as like putting on the cross arms right there. You see those little pegs protruding out of 2.0 Vegeta where it says right and left and stuff, and you're like, you gotta do it. You would essentially, I'm not gonna do it for you because it's a pain in the ass, but essentially you put the holes in the pegs and then that. This, however, looks easier. You just put them on. You just put them on. You literally, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God. Gone are the days of the bicep pegs. This looks easy. It looks good. It looks great. You don't have to get like the shoulders out to really make it fit in. He's angry. I'm happy. Great improvement. Next shot looking like a Smash Brothers final boss. Okay, so as far as hands, you've got the Ki Blast hands, and angry proto final flash hands there, so nothing too crazy. I said it's 3 pairs, and I guess that's really all you come with. However, we do need to call attention to this. Where's the dirty fireworks? Do I have to get Qui to get dirty fireworks is what I want to know. Where are they?
Give me what I want!
Guess we'll find out next month. Okay, old Compton would have made you sit through every single Vegeta release, every single Vegeta form. However, what we need to do is, because if one Vegeta head fits on, say, Super Saiyan fits on this, then we all know it's gonna work because they're all the same ball peg. Same thing could be said about Super. But the thing that we do not take into account is third parties. So of course we've got 2.0, we've got Super Saiyan, we've got Super, and then we've got Tonson Art, and then Kong Studio. So they're all, I mean, I have demoniacal fit, but like every single time I try to do something with it, it breaks, snaps, or it's too hard to take off. So I don't know. You at me in the comments if you want me to do a short on a demoniacal fit head. But as far as these, I want to see what officials and what third parties fit on this new Vegeta ball peg, if any. So, to the compatibility checker. Oh, that's a good, okay, that one right there, that's a good one. The Super Saiyan looks good as far as like being on the new 3.0-ish body. It's a 2.5 is what we're gonna call it. But the head, the neck peg looks a little too tall there. So that is something that I want to call attention to. This one looks so good. That, like, okay. Shaken? No whatsoever. So we know for a fact that the Tamashii Nations ball pegs fit. So that's good. That's one marked off. Now let's check some third parties. All right, that looks that looks a little weird. And I will say, of course, the skin tone is off, so we don't really gotta call attention to that. But the thing I will say is this did take some finesse on getting on. It's very tight on there. It's not going anywhere, but like look how tall it is and look how off it looks. So Tonson Art, not working on this Vegeta. Kong Studio did not work, and the reason being is, if you can tell, Kong Studio no longer has a ball peg, and that is because this ball peg is firmly planted into this hairpiece there. So that is a problem, and we're not going to pursue it right now. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do the hot water trick and make a short about it, but I'm going to call this one a no good. But it's good to know that the official Tamashii Nations Vegeta heads fit on there. So after all of this carnage, I'm mostly pleased. All right, Tamashii, you have got some splaining to do. Okay, so what type of reviewer would I be if I didn't show you all of the forms of Vegeta, third party included? So, like, my question here is, this Vegeta right here is like second time we see him on Namek. This Vegeta, first time we see him on Earth. Taller, yes, Vegeta is out of scale on this one. We get it. The rest of the Vegetas look good because this one's like, you can see the clear Widow's Peak forehead going over every single one of those. The rest of them look good. So that being said, all of them look good. Vegeta's hair in this one specifically, like if you look at all of the foreheads, they look great. But Vegeta's hair specifically on this release is taller, and that is because this Vegeta stands at 5.5 inches and 14 centimeters to where these guys stand at 13.5 centimeters there. So you can see just a tiny bit of difference. Of course, I went too far into this, and Vegeta is 5'5" in actuality, real life, so 5.5 inches. Honestly makes sense as far as like a 1/12 scaling go. So at first I was confused. Also, this Vegeta is supposed to be taller because he gets a power boost, like size boost, but we're not gonna call attention to that because it's a review for that guy, not the other one. I never did a review on that one. Maybe when I catch up in 20 figures from now, I'll do some catch-up reviews. So I do want to see him with the rest of the Namek characters, just to get a feel for like how he's really gonna line up on the shelf. And there is Prince Vegeta with his confirmed kill count. You've got from the left, Dodoria, Zarbon, Goldo, which I don't think Goldo really counts in this instance because short little statue boy, and then Raccoon and Birder there. So happy to see significantly shorter than the rest of those. And it still makes me wonder, like, did we give original Saiyan Saga Vegeta like a pass on his height there? Because he was taller. He was taller. So I hope you got an idea of what he's gonna look like with the rest of these guys. So after covering everything, will Vegeta reclaim the glory and receive the coveted Got to freaking Habit Award? Or will he be pile driven into the dirt once again? Find out after this very specific message of Christopher Sabat telling my fiance to f off.
Hey Chelsea, you better start liking this shirt or you can get lost.
Ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained by 24,000 Power Level Vegeta? What are you thinking? Because, man, I don't want to say I had hopes. I had hopes. I really had hopes. And most of those hopes were met, okay? Like, faceplates. Amazing, just works of art. That face in general just blows my mind every time I see it. I love where we are with the SH Figuarts line in the Dragon Ball specifically, because we're starting to get a little brave. We're starting to do some crazy faces and not static yelling and not static teeth and eyes and all of that. You know, on this channel I love asymmetrability, but it's not where it ends, but it is kind of close, okay? We love the head. It's great. The neck peg is fantastic as far as like range and mobility, can do a lot of things, but like it is so like that gap is terrible. And then like it gets caught a lot, like on a lot of things. Like if you're turning it around and stuff, it'll get caught on the thing, and then like his neck will just look off, and then so you kind of have to like put it in there. Also, the head is pretty heavy, so it like the neck almost feels loose at this point. The other thing that I really wanted to call attention to is the lack. Yes, there is an ab crunch. Does it do anything? No. The lack of ab crunch is baffling to me in the sense of it can't even crunch. There is no crunchability whatsoever, and that makes like doing some really cool dynamic poses a pain in the ass. And the last thing, the legs, they're fine, and I want to bring this up, but we'll bring it up here in a little bit. It's the butterfly joints, and getting him to do a really good crossover like that it's a work. It's like we did it earlier. We had to go up over the sharp part and then go over. But it's really hard. Now doing that crossover is good when you do that, but when you're not, like it's very particular, and so that's a big problem for me. The other stuff I really wouldn't say it's like a deal breaker or anything. The thing I wanted to point out is I've been doing this for, Tony, how long have I been doing this? 4 years! Like 3 or 4 years now. And I don't know why I've just come to this point here, but there are some figures that we get that are made for static poses, static standing, doing really cool badass shots. And then there's other aerial figures. And for him, he has the hardest time standing. Like, yes, this is a good pose right here, but if you do any type of extension on the leg, kind of like a pose or something like that, and then have that leg doing the same thing on the opposite end, he can't stand. So I would call him an aerial type figure, because in the air he looks amazing. Like all of the shots you're getting, like just all of it, it's great. But like standing, he just can't do it. Like you gotta have a stand to make him stand in the most basic of poses. So that is a big problem. So I know I've said a lot of problems, and I know I've said a lot of things. I had a blast with this figure. Like, I would say the reason I had a blast with this figure is because of all of the additional figures that I had, as far as like the Ginyu Force, Dodoria, Zarbon, Gohan, all of those people that he literally f***ed up in the Namek Saga. I've got those, so I can really recreate those scenes. But if I didn't have those, I don't know how much fun I would have with this figure, because he lends himself to pairing with figures. Of course, that's why we're getting Kui or Kwai or Kukui, but I think that's where it is. And the other part is the shoulder. I think we're good. I think we've almost perfected the shoulder pads. Now, if we could make the shoulder themselves, shoulder caps, a little smaller, that would be cool. But I think where we are, I think we've finally perfected the shoulder pads. So Tamashii, keep doing that. Make the shoulders a little smaller, make the shoulder pads a little bigger. I get it. Which brings me to my rating scale. I was ready to love this figure out of the box. Like just ready, sing the praises of Lord Vegeta. I was ready to go door to door, is what I was here to say. But the more I got to play with him, the more I got to pose him around, I started seeing the cracks. Are the cracks really big and visible? Some of them, yes, some of them, no. And that brings me to it. My rating scale is hate it, like it, love it, got to freaking have it. And all of that, I'm gonna put him on a love it. I wanted to give him that gotta freaking have it. I really did. But the neck peg, the shoulders, the things, all of it. I think the saving grace, I said this earlier, is the accessories. The faceplates just kill it and bring it home for me. But there are some glaring problems as far as like articulation and what he can do and can't do. So it's gonna be a love it. I am so sorry, Vegeta. I wore my shirt. I was ready to go door to door for you, but you kind of came and you missed the landing is what it is. So if you agree with me, please let me know. If you thought I was too hard on him, too easy on him, let me know as well. I would love to hear your feedback. Stay tuned next week. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if I have the figure, I have done a little preview up in the very beginning there of showing you who's coming. And it is an old one, of course, because this is technically our new one for the month or week. Cooler, Metal Cooler to be exact, and I have bought my own special gloves to review him with because I don't want fingerprints on him, especially taking pictures. So I don't need that happening. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, Compton out.